misleading
no.
headlines.
Also in coal.
Well, no, people
does
getting
someone else get
arrowed down. Well, Jace.
Look at this
Jace
shit.
Why is it misleading?
Jason Cole.
episode 1, right?
Yeah.
Well, because they made it
Long
sound
time
like
ago.
it's just a
That was a long
deal,
time
like
ago.
they're
Great Toki for $5.
like they're paying the
Well, maybe,
company
you never know.
to
Fringy's jovial
to mine
laughter
whatever
is
material
the only thing that brings me joy in life.
they're
Hail to the
requesting.
Panama.
But it's
He had
actually
some while we were watching
a
it.
conditional loan
Jasper
where it
Ray
would
from
obviously
Twitter
have to
says,
be
"I don't
paid
think I
back
can
with
handle the show
interest.
much more. I know there was only 2 episodes left, but even the fire.
So it's
to
not that
talk
they're just
shit
getting the
about
money.
show
It's
is
first it's
turning
conditional. They have to
into
prove that they
an
can
ember.
meet the
Ooh,
requirements, and
we
then
had conversations.
they'll have to
about,
pay
like,
it back with interest
I know
anyway.
we all kind of checked out of the show at the same time. We're like,
On
we're
the
just
end
kinda
of
seeing
the
it
video,
through
the
now.
guy says something about
engagement.
immigrants, and it's like, okay, well, it's a
Yeah,
100% American company, American owned, American made, and it hires Americans in America. So yeah, I'd say it's pretty good.
Praise be to the 7 who are one.
And if you want to say conflict of interest, sure. The
our
Democrats
hearts
haven't even been able to provide any proof of that, and not even any proof that
That's what they are.
his son was in on the deal at all, or even knew it was happening.
I cannot argue with that. Thank you, Pearl Cab, for the $2. Mark Hancock has donated $10. Doesn't say anything. Thank you, Mark.
I'm pretty sure, like,
Then we
it's not like a brand new startup, but it's not
for 10 New Zealand
that
pesos.
abnormal to
Says I have no real knowledge of the source material,
relatively
but I
large
bet
contracts
that Cannibal will
like that.
take the place of Sunfire,
Especially
to
when
do
it's
the
for
thing later, probably horribly wrong, but
rare
without
minerals.
solid confirmation on Sunfire being alive.
But it's kind of like, you kind of alluded to it too, it's like, he doesn't read any of it, he just sees the headline or watches a video, and like for me, unless like someone asks me about it, I'm not even going to talk about it, because I'm usually, I either don't care or I still look into it. Like I would even say it'd be a lot worse if it was just a straight up contract. Like, oh, they're getting this money no matter what, like a no bid kind of contract, but that's not at all what it is. It's like taking a loan where you're gonna have to pay interest and it's conditional. That could be bad for you in 2 ways, where you don't meet the requirements, so you don't even get any of the money anyway, or you do meet the requirements, but you have to fucking make enough money, make enough profit to pay that all back, and still have your business run at all, so. And there's also the thing where his whole thing since his first administration is deregulate, get things passed, instead of have it take years or months, have it take weeks to a few months, which he's talked about that for years. But like going back to the thing before, the other day, what was it, Friday or whatever, where he was talking about how it's either going to be easier or there's no fail-safe for them for them getting money or equipment. It's like, no, there's no change in the way they would get or request funding, and any equipment that they want, they would have to pay for anyway.
Republic forces
There's
on Dantooine are on the verge of collapse.
There's nothing where they
More
would skip
details to
Israel or
follow.
whatever.
Yeah, I tried to get him to explain what he was claiming, but he wouldn't really say it, where there's no difference to how they get funding. There's no difference to how they get equipment, it would just be an expedited process. They would still have to fucking pay for it. Unless it was one of those funding packages that would have to be like signed through Congress, but that's still being approved. It's not just them asking for it and then getting it for free. And another thing he was saying, basically what he was doing was he was making it a very, I don't know what word it is, but he's making the question so specific that there can't be an answer to it. There can't be an either or. It's only a one. It's basically only a no question, where he's asking, when has a bill ever been passed? So that's one. To one country to and have this much in it. So 3 different very specific things. Where it's not always a bill, because sometimes it's just an executive order, like in 1946 with
So just specifiers.
yeah, like adding more qualifiers in order to make it harder to
Yeah, qualifiers. That's what it is.
yeah, which I'm pretty sure there's a term for that. I'd have to look it up. But one thing was, like in 1946, the executive secretly created an intelligence network with the UK in 1946. I believe that was the beginning of the Five Eyes, whatever. I think it's just the Five Eyes, where at the time it was the agreement was explicitly just those 2 countries. It was only supposed to be them 2, but then after, I think Australia and Canada were added in after years. But it's like it's a similar thing. Actually, with that one, with the Five Eyes with the UK at the beginning of it, it was explicitly stated in the documents that intelligence would be shared by default. So in that agreement, they didn't have to ask unless one side purposely withheld or hid intelligence from the other side. It would be seen by the other side that's within the group. And then in 1993, I believe, there was an agreement with the U.S. and Canada where specifically like military equipment companies that make stuff in Canada, they were legally seen and could be run by they were legally seen as American companies, whether or not they were owned by an American asset. And I just had it. They were legally seen as, yeah. Basically, they basically controlled our military infrastructure with that deal. And one of the deals was, yeah, so that deal in 1993, I said to him, that was only between the US and Canada, and I believe in that one as well. It was explicitly, because I think that one was signed into law by Congress, like it was voted on. And I believe that one was also in the bill. It was an exclusive US and Canada bill until 2016 under Obama, until it was changed. So that's another one that was specifically one country. There was another thing I wanted to say that I probably forgot. Oh, 2 things. One thing is, if they're gonna do what the US did with the UK in 1946 and what the US did with Canada in 1993, why not do that at one point if they're gonna do both? And another thing that I told him is, Huh?
Oh, what'd you say?
So, what the U.S. did in 1946, they basically created not a department, but there was an agreement where they, by default, had to trade intelligence with the UK and the US, or between the UK and the US, which turned into the Five Eyes Pact, I believe it's called. And then in 1993, there was the agreement where the US basically would run or legally like the military infrastructure would be legally seen as an American asset under the agreement in 93. And then that was expanded in 2026 to more countries, so it's like, and we already had intelligence sharing, I believe, since 1948, and then the 1993 was the actual equipment kind of sharing, which they already had deals in the 80s that were smaller. So my point is, if you're gonna have intelligence sharing and equipment, like easier ways to get military equipment, why not just have that in one deal instead of doing it like 10 or 20 years separate from each other?
Persons with knowledge of Dantooine and surrounding systems.
And not to mention,
report
he was
immediately
asking
to the
when
nearest
was it
information
happening in
droid.
peace times, which I don't really know why that is relevant, but whatever. And both of those instances were in peacetime. And one thing I would also say is, it's probably a way to get Israel as kind of like a shadow member of NATO without actually obligating other countries to fight on behalf of them if they're invaded or whatever. Like you would, I think it's like Title 15. And it's like it's not an abnormal thing. For decades, the U.S. has been striking deals for intelligence sharing where it's again defaulted or basically sharing intelligence and fast tracking military equipment sales. And there's nowhere in the bill that says there are even loopholes to them getting money without having to ask or whatever. That's just not even there. There was no change in the monetary funding or anything like that.
If you said all that to him, a couple of things would happen. He would press you on specifics. He would say, okay, well, how much money is involved? And then if you give him a figure and it's not as much or more than whatever he's talking about with this Israel deal, he'd be like, oh, time to go, that point is invalid or blah, 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 blah. And then, he'll probably say, well, where are your sources for that? Give me some sources for that. Or, name a country or whatever.
But it's funny how his source is TikTokers, and to me a news article isn't a source. To me, the source is where the pipeline of where they're getting the information from. So to me, the source is the first person who claimed something. Let's say the claim is made on Twitter. The first person who made it is the source to me. If you videotape or if you record a fight or like a riot, the person recording is the source. The person who writes an article on it isn't a source to me. Maybe like technically yes, but to me the source is way deeper than just an article. Because you can read an article and not get all the information or get improper information. But his comparison to Ukraine was also not the best, because for one, Ukraine isn't a formal ally. I can't remember what the other term is, but there's formal ally and there's the other one. So basically, like direct is not the right word, but a direct ally of Iran would be China or Russia, where what Ukraine is to the U.S. or to or Europe would be basically a proxy, where whether you like it or not, like it's not. This isn't like a moral or an opinion claim. It's just Israel is an ally of the U.S. So there's even if it's a small difference to whoever's opinion, that is a difference. And one thing that Israel does for the U.S. is that they test a lot of their military equipment, like the F-35s, the F-15s. When the F-15s first came out, they were the first ones to test them in combat. They test the F-35s, similar thing. And like I said to him, basically every time that Ukraine packages were declined in the Senate, or whoa, you see that?
Yeah.
I can
it's not loaded in.
see space. Yeah, anytime a Ukraine monetary package or funding would get wouldn't pass, let's say because of Republicans, there was always Israeli funding in it. So one example I gave was there was a package that had 70 billion to Ukraine and 20 to Israel. Now it may not be exactly both those numbers once it would have actually been sent, but that was the proposal, and it was struck down because of Republicans. So it's like, even at that point, if they're gonna want Israeli funding, wouldn't they vote for it, or wouldn't they exclude Ukrainian funding or try to introduce a separate bill if they really wanted the funding for one of them and not the other?
I wonder what he thinks about Biden and his son. Like, I wonder if he like has the same scrutiny for whatever was going on there. Then,
because I remember we talked about the classified documents, and he cared more that Trump had classified documents, even though the president could take any documents he wanted, and even different parts of the government knew that, because they knew that after that they had to change the law, because
Republic
within the
forces
law
on
that was
Dantooine
allowed.
are on the verge of collapse.
But the difference
More
between
details to follow.
Biden was, one, he was a senator, but two, he was vice president, which only the top executive, which is the president, has the authority to take documents for themselves. So no matter what the context is, he wasn't allowed to have it. Just because he was vice president means nothing. That wouldn't have changed anything. And yeah, he had them in his garage, so they weren't even locked away, where at least with Trump they were locked away. When the left was circulating those pictures everywhere where they were like on the stage in Mar-a-Lago, that was after that. Those were pictures taken by the FBI when they took them out and took pictures. So it's like, that's not even like a relevant thing. And I believe in China there was like a $300 million deal that Hunter Biden was involved with the Chinese billionaire.
Also, yeah, deals like in Ukraine too, right?
Ukraine, I believe Romania, Russia with Russian politicians.
You should probably press him on that. See what he thinks about that. I'm sure it's.
But didn't he say last time?
He's claiming.
Well, maybe it wasn't this time, but he's like, oh, like with the whataboutism, where it's like, okay, dude. One thing that he does, he'll ask me like, oh, what do you think about this, or what about this, and it's like, what of it? What about it? Like, obviously you have contention with it, so you tell me what you disagree with about it. Like, if someone asks me a question,
frustrating.
if someone what's a good example? Like if you asked me, okay, if you asked me like, oh, how many times have you beaten SWTOR, Star Wars: The Old Republic? I'm like, what about like how many times have you beaten Stellar Blade? Like that would be like either question is irrelevant because it doesn't really mean anything. So I'm not just going to be like, to me the first question like that is irrelevant. Where what do you think about this? It's like, well, even after you asking me the question, I still don't think anything of it because I don't think about it. Unless, like, I've heard about it. Like, maybe I'll look into it, but after I look into it, I don't really follow it any further because there's no reason to. Yeah, this game is still bugged. The Swamp Rancor doesn't spawn, and I've already verified the game files. So that's cool.
Haven't progressed any further.
Not of right now, or not as of right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like some people, they'll just be like, oh, what about this? What about that? It's like, but what about, yeah, what about it? Make your point. Because, like, I don't know what it is. It's like, it's like, it's almost like a roadblock. It's like, it doesn't carry the conversation on at all. Because it's like, there's just so many things that they could be implying or insinuating or poking at, but it's like,
Sunfire's alive.
just say it.
Sunfire's alive.
99% sure.
Yep.
It must be annoying though, like, he'll ask you to give like an example. You give an example, but then
And then they change it.
his response is like he didn't even hear it. Like,
I'll read it, yeah. What I do, I'll respond to every point in even if it's a paragraph. I'll write twice or three times as much as they did, because I'll respond to every single sentence or point, just because I don't want to leave anything in their mind where they're like, oh, I beat him on that, or I'm correct on this. Yeah, like I gave him examples, and then he tried to tighten the requirement or the qualifier to the question.
Yeah, but like fetal position almost.
Fetal position, yeah.
But it's like, I don't even remember. Oh yeah, it's like he's implying that I agree with it, with that agreement, where I wouldn't necessarily say I agree or disagree with it either way. It's just the precedent has been set for decades, so if you disagree with it, sure, but they shouldn't be the first time you disagree with it. Yeah, and the guy at the end of on TikTok, the guy at the end of the video said something about immigrants and like jobs or whatever, and it's like, okay, well, that's kind of ironic.
two different issues.
Because the company, well, it's because he was like, oh, because of the
It's
possible.
like not everything has to be connected. Like there could be separate issues, right?
Yeah, but like what he
It's
was
like if you
implying
think
is like
the news.
people care more about immigrants take. Oh, it's about immigrants taking jobs. He cares more about, or he said, we care more about immigrants taking jobs than possible and unproven conflicts of interest, which even Democrats who have talked about it haven't either proven or even made substantiated claims yet. But it's like, it's interesting that he said that, because that company that's getting the loan was founded by a veteran, a U.S. veteran. It's American owned, operated, and it's in North Carolina. So it's like, even if you want to, like, if anything, yeah, that probably would help people, because it's going to allow people to get more jobs in a growing, what the fuck, not a growing, like, part of the economy, I guess, whatever fucking word that is.
Industry.
Industry, yeah, it's like, yeah, it's a growing industry. That's, and again, it's not just, they're not just getting paid for it, they have to prove that they can meet the requirements, and then they'll get the loan. Which someone like me, I couldn't take out a loan because I can't pay it back. So I wouldn't take out a loan, and if I did, I'd probably be screwed because I don't have a way to pay it back. That was one of the things in Trump's court cases that they brought up, how he always pays back his loans on time with interest on time. So it's like that's just like a good business practice if you don't want to have, you know, extra costs. And if you're going to take a bad loan and that you can't pay it back, then you're going to hurt yourself. And in the deal, I haven't fully heard or looked into specifically how, but there were safeguards for the taxpayer funded funding. So it's like, it's not just like it's going to get funneled through. There's going to be no chain of custody. And like, what if it came out that his son wasn't even involved with the deal? Like, let's say, I'm not saying that this happened, but I'm saying if he was like, yeah, since it's a deal with the government, I'm not even gonna deal with it. Because within the deal, I believe, them getting this deal, like with the government actually got a percentage of the company. So I would argue that's probably a bad thing for the guy who owns the company, because now the government got a piece of the company when the company was worth less. Where if he built the company up and the government got a portion of the company, he would have gotten more because that portion would have been worth more.
I don't know if this is real or not, but did you hear that
See
the
anything you like?
PS6 controller is not going to have any buttons?
Yeah, I don't know how that would work. I don't like that because, other than that just being a stupid concept, I want buttons on my controller. I want to know what I'm pressing, where I'm pressing it, and when. Everything.
Yeah.
It's probably some like new age shit where
like the
it's,
shittiest console.
but what was I gonna say? What was I gonna say? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I was gonna say. But like, what do they have? Do they think they're doing something special?
Dude, like, I don't know what the fuck Sony is doing, man. I don't know who's in charge over there, but
Like, what's bad about
Yeah.
having buttons? Like, how will I know
I
when I'm
guess they
pressing the right
want
spot?
everything to be digital.
Oh, right. This is what it was gonna be. What I was gonna say. When you have analog controls, in my experience, you have a lot less latency, because you know it has to run through a digital modeler to get into the actual system, where when it's
No.
analog, it's just a direct connection. Because when everything's digital, the system reading it has to interpret what it means and where it's coming from. So it inherently is a little bit delayed. That's why like even with guitars, with pedals, like you can have your guitar plugged into 10 pedals and it doesn't delay anything because it's not digital. It's just like it goes straight through. Where now everything's digital. So like if I plug in my guitar to my computer, there's a slight delay. Or if I plug it into an amp, that it just goes right through, because it doesn't have to be digitally interpreted by a computer.
I feel like it's going to be a lot easier to break now.
But like everything being touched though, that just doesn't sound appealing to me. Like, is it gonna be like a touch screen? Because we know how responsive those are a lot of the time. Or is it gonna be? Yeah, I don't know. Like with my phone, I would say multiple times a week, I'm like getting mad at my touchscreen because it's not doing what I want to do, or it's doing some weird thing that I don't even think I'm doing, but I'm apparently touching the screen somewhere. And another thing, this keyboard is actually very good, but since there's it's like there's a little bit of software built into it, sometimes it doesn't work properly. So before I put in my password, before I get to my desktop, I have to do Control-Alt-Delete. For some reason that allows the keyboard to start working. Sometimes I have to unplug it because of the software is glitchy. Or it's like it doesn't matter how much you spend on the fucking keyboard, because that can still happen. I'll ask again, dude. People in this
gonna be
fucking
annoying.
But are we gonna buy it, dude? Would you have a PS5 if your uncle didn't buy it for you?
Probably not.
Like, let's be real. If you're gonna have to spend more than $1,000 for a fucking PS6, that's probably not even gonna be that great. I'm not even a PC Master Race guy. But like, you might as well just get a fucking computer.
Yeah.
Like, you could get like a low end computer, probably with like a 20 series graphics card, and that's decent enough. Like, that's what my old computer was. And the thing about new hardware now is so many gaming engines weren't made for new hardware. That's why Rainbow Six ran so badly on it. Not because and there was what Vulkan and DirectX 11 or DirectX 12 for Baldur's Gate. For DirectX, it would make my game drop frames all the time. It would skip all that. It would be stuttery. I switched it to Vulkan because that engine is made for new hardware. It might have dropped frames once or twice, and like 50 hours played. It literally runs perfect. So just they don't even know what they're doing. Let's hope someone answers my question. Okay, I was trying to remember the movie you want me to watch just to see if it's on a streaming service, and I couldn't fucking think of the name. Yeah, I remembered it right now. I don't think it's on a streaming service, but...
That's on fucking YouTube. Fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, I'd have to fucking sell my fucking right leg for YouTube.
It's literally like $4.99.
Dude, buying a movie digitally for $5 on YouTube is a lot. I'd rather spend $12.99 for a disc.
This guy fucking sank $500 for
I'm
two
getting it
fucking
back.
games.
And I'm getting it all back. All of it.
Yeah. Fuck yourself, dude. What'd you have for dinner?
Pork tenderloin.
Damn, dude, you could buy fucking pork tenderloins.
Well, my mom bought it.
Must be nice. It must be nice.
Oh, do you think I can afford all that shit, man?
I don't know, dude. That fucking court money seems nice. Ah.
Well, I've lost more money from the not working part than I have from the settlement. Which I didn't think it was going to be this bad. Apparently, not working for a few years makes it impossible for them to even look at you. I guess that's probably why. Not really sure why that would like be life or death when it comes to Fortino's or Dollar Tree, but I guess it makes sense. Yeah, like I don't know what to do with this level. And yeah, last night some guy asked me to help him out on a mission, and he gave me 2 million credits at the end, so that was pretty cool.
So a Rancor is supposed to pop up.
Yep. Well, I guess, yeah, like how it usually is once you go through the mission area, which is usually like a translucent green wall. You can usually see it once you walk in if like you have a view of the area. So like it's not just like it should spawn once you get close to it. It just usually spawns once you enter the area. But it doesn't spawn at all. Which, there are 2 Rancors outside of the boss area, but not on the, there's I can get a mount where it's a hologram Rancor. It's like a mechanical one. It's pretty interesting.
Oh, fuck.
The only thing that I would say is a downside so far to this DLC is the like the screaming or roaring sounds these Ignaids make is just a copy and paste from Acklays, the thing with pointy arms from episode 2, but that's really it.
Remember what the fuck those things were?
This planet kind of reminds me of a mix of Blade Runner and Coruscant. Remember, I don't know if it's from the movie, but when he goes out on his balcony, other people have made like different kinds of concept art, or like they've made their own picture of it, and the buildings look really cool. I don't remember if that's from the movie though.
I think so.
I don't know how that guy hasn't got a fucking Star Wars movie job yet. And that's one way I know that they're idiots. They're giving a Star Wars movie to the guy who made Marvel movies over the guy who basically made a better Star Wars movie than any of the sequels already. It's not even a fucking Star Wars movie.
Mother wasn't a woman, and she just like decision. Yes, she kind of is. But the series was a little better. Caution wasn't a great king, but you know we liked it. Zoink for $5 says, "Hello. Can you maybe watch the boiled one? My dad is a big fan." What's the boiled?
I don't know.
Is that a real thing?
Maybe both.
Okay, what is it? The boiled one is a titular antagonist of the 2024 analog horror short, The Boiled One phenomenon.
Would you say you read a lot of
you
books?
make it-
Even like I'll say like a lot. To me, is like
I've
even
never
10
heard
in a year
But
or 5 in a year.
just
I
watch
don't
it.
read
At least it was better than
many
last.
books.
Says Roundiro the Cruel for $1.99.
No,
Was
I
this
don't
last
read a
episode
lot.
better than the previous guys? What's your opinion?
Blended a bit those last two. So I think that's Ryan said, like, they kind of work together.
Throttle for €2 says hello from Athens. To my friends and company.
It's a little greasy though.
I feel like one Game of Thrones book is like the equivalent of like 2 or 3 books.
Why do you think that?
Yeah, well, you have paperbacks, and they're what, 800 pages to more?
I think I'm
Like, let's
correct.
a Game of Thrones, like the first 2 books. How many pages would you say?
It would be
Probably like
filled
800
with
still, right?
Yes.
Very greasy.
So
I see.
I'd say
Yeah, I'd
that's
say they'd
probably like
roughly
2
average
books.
out to
We
that.
better be getting
Yeah, I'd say
something
that's for like a lot of
fulfilling
other
next week. This
books,
season
that's
has
like
been
2 or
an
1.5.
incoherent feminist-fueled slog. Every writer on the show
Yeah, I know I definitely, I know I started the first book a while ago, but I basically dropped off
and I don't
not
think
too
Canada
soon
ever
after
talked to
starting it.
anybody. I think it was Ira,
Then I picked it back up, so
Parker was
if we're going by that metric,
almost
I
talked
guess
to,
so far
Benny off, but we never
I'm
found
almost done the second book, so close to like 4-ish
Allison
books
and Rhaenyra's relationship should have been
by
like
that
war
metric
between two Cersei
so far
Lannisters.
this year.
It was fan fiction slop. Yeah, if you're gonna change it, amp it up a little bit.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they really want to make him sympathetic.
Say it counts
Why are you guys
if you reread
nitpicking?
books.
Like that they
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess you're still reading. I feel like you're not going to remember enough for it to be like, oh yeah, I can just skim through all this because I don't want to read that. I don't know, at least for me.
Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, we will be. Do we know how many seasons they are doing? Yes, 4. Insane Goon, 4. Thank you for $4.99. Next season's the last season. My guess is it's another show outside of A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I thought they even threw out the idea that House of the Dragon might be an anthology show. So they do.
What would that look like?
Well, it would be like, just still call it House of the Dragon, but it would just be jumping around times, telling Targaryen stories. You could even throw Robert's Rebellion in that. I mean, that'd be the fall of the House of the Dragon. So I don't know. If that,
I think Robert's Rebellion they'll go full effort on, because they'll see it as nostalgia with Game of Thrones. Oh, your favorite character's back.
$2. The mountain that rides.
Have you heard about the new Halo game, I guess?
The weakest dragon.
Die horribly.
Yeah, I heard they fucked it up.
House Stark has got to be the most
Yeah, I've
popular
heard
house in George
that
World.
it's bad, but I don't know why.
Insane good. What? Maybe. Not very popular here.
If they change shit, like when it comes to
Raise their axes and go.
characters, dialogue, cutscenes, I don't know why they
Oh wait, it's like a remake?
did it again.
That hidden area, only to be found almost immediately in the next episode.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's
Well, the lantern dropped or whatever, right? It went, oh,
that makes sense why people hate it.
but again, he was found, and then he was found trying to escape.
Yeah, I would say like recasting someone, kind of like how Dead Space did. I think the new Dead Space remake did that, but changing dialogue and all that and characters, that's kind of retarded.
This is dog lover before. No, it's vibes, man. It's all about vibes. I'm sure we could all chip in and just remake this shit completely ourselves and redo season 8 while we're at it. Well, be careful what you wish for, because I think they're going to redo the whole damn show in 20 years. That's what I think. Wasn't there what, really? I missed that. What?
I mean, hopefully
That's something we might have noticed. Oh God, I killed your son. I killed your sons. Go down on me. Okay. It's House of the Dragon. All right, we're gonna wrap it up there. Guys, thanks for hanging out. Mahler, what do you got coming up?
Spider-Man. Also, we're dropping some. We did record some Rings of Power and lanterns and Clayface trailer reactions. I'm popping them out on the lift. Want to see them? Try and do more of them, I guess. Sometimes when we can. But
Yeah, when you
other than that, Halo stuff. It's all about Halo. Halo bad.
That is your life right now. Yeah, that is I don't know what it's about. Speed, but it just looks like shit.
Yeah, it's the same thing, basically. It's a series that was great for a time, but then it was never allowed to die.
I love
and
how
it's
my
just gotten
companion,
worse and
he's a
worse and
droid.
worse, and now you've got a
He
studio
used to
that's
be
in
like an
charge
assassin droid.
that just
One of his
has
lines
no
is,
idea what
"Target
to do.
has
They have
achieved
no idea.
deadness."
Real conversation.
Yeah, I think I'm hoping this could because because there's that one tweet where someone's like, oh, there's, you know, all this complaining, Halo fans are the worst, you know? Yeah, no way would it. It's like, yeah, that's
Me and Gary trying to do the Buffy Angels.
So is this the stush or is this the bush? What's going on here?
I don't know, bro, but like, just hit me up though. It's a very low fee, like.
I don't got a team, Dada.
I know, but we can we can work though.
I don't got a team because you've given us such a bad PR because PR matters so much.
I give you bad PR.
You give us
Tom, you could have brought me in from the get-go,
bad
Tom.
PR has taken us down. You what?
Tom, you could have brought me in from the get-go. That was your mistake, bro.
What do you mean?
When you hit me up last year, you're like, yo, come on the flank and play for the Stallions or coach the Stallions, bro, and then
You think I dropped the ball?
whoever the fuck you picked up. Who'd you pick up?
We had Rambo Ray. We got Dylan.
No. It was before all them. It was before all them. The first ever Stallions team. I think it was Simple.
I don't think we had a coach. I don't think we had a coach for that, to be honest. Brian Viox or somebody. Mayhem was the all-time GOAT, but once we lost Mayhem, it was cooked.
Mayhem was when what's his name on the team?
Dylan Rex, like the Exceed.
It's been fries for the Stallions since then. It actually has been,
No,
Tom.
not really. We got top 3.
Tom, so y'all got top 3. We got top 3 at Paris, and it's like a catastrophic event. Like it's catastrophic. Like apparently we're just.
We didn't go out and just get like known players that we knew were gonna place well. Like,
when y'all were playing good, y'all did.
Huh?
When y'all were like good, y'all did that. I got Dylan Rex.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like we changed our mindset a little bit. Like the next year or two, like we tried different things. You know what I mean? I don't regret it.
But who'd y'all get top 3 with?
I think that's what was fun. Top 3 was in the beginning of the year with Millie, Icons.
Oh yeah, Millie is in.
Millie, KB, Icons, Rupert, all those guys.
Icons is him.
I don't know who's echoing, chat. I don't know. It's somebody's echoing.
Icons is him. I'm finna DM him and offer him a PR package.
That whole team was god. Like the problem is Icons trumps everybody he plays with. Everybody he plays with hates him after 2 weeks. Everybody. And I stuck by him like 3 times.
All right. Let me ask Lamar about this, cause this is just on like some conversation shit. This is just conversation. This is not like. So Lamar, my point of thinking in like challengers is like even with Cap, like bro, if these guys are in challengers, right? They're in challengers for a reason. So most of them, besides like the new kids, and even like the new kids, they're probably gonna have like one flaw that is like pretty fucking bad. So like if you're good enough to this shit, I'll just deal with that. That's my mindset. Like just even like playing, like you used to give people the green light. Like I was toxic because you were like, nah, I'm good. Fuck it. Let's just keep them up. Like in my trip, like I just feel like that's most.
Like obviously when you get to like the cream of the crop.
When you get to like phase and optic, yeah, like if you have one flaw, like you gotta be complete 99 perfect, show up on time. But like, brother, we don't need. Yeah.
Lower, like you're gonna have to deal with some shit.
You're gonna have to let something rock, bro. Like motherfuckers want to go to the strip club, that's fine. At least just drop a 1.2 the next day. And it's a problem. That's a problem. I agree. So just me, just like. Cap was good all year, and then he just obviously played bad at champs. But like, let's not like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I was letting the shit rock. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, what? Hey, we're getting fucking second, first, and third. Like, fuck it.
You do gotta. Sometimes you do gotta deal with some shit.
You gonna have to deal with some in challengers, like, bro. There's probably something on that. That's what we in challengers, man. Like, in challengers, something like Byron. I love Byron. Byron be toxic too. Like sometimes, like everyone's gonna have their days, their moments. Like,
well, I haven't even tried. I'm trying to farm Emperor Casino chips so I can win a Rancor.
Cold War?
Wait,
But I'm only doing that because it hasn't spawned, so I'm not even thinking about going forward right now. But once I realize that I can't farm anymore to the
what would you rather like the flaw be? Like, would you rather like an Abe or like a gunless? Like I feel like that's the two arguments, or somewhere in between. Like Abe is the guy.
Like there are two
Lou
Rancors that spawn outside of
but Abe,
the
to me,
boss
is like
area.
the best teammate we've had.
But
Like
those
he's showing up to work.
obviously
He's like
those
those
aren't the
motherfuckers like
ones I
working
get to
fast
spawn.
food, but like they like love their life. Like no, that thing is like they're just like he's just happy as shit. Those are the best. Okay, but he can't get a kill half the time. No, I'm just saying. I'm asked Lamar. I said in the league. I said what would you rather do? I said would you rather?
Lamar, like it's one of those things where like there's something off, bro. But I know what it is, and like I already like it's fixed, bro. Like it's fixed.
What you mean?
Like when Abe, he just needs to aim his gun in more, bro. That's it. Like he just needs to aim his gun in.
Bro, what are we bro? Y'all not, bro.
Lamar, he started aiming his gun. He started figuring it out. He's good, bro. He's good.
Abe got SpongeBob energy. He do. But I'm saying, what would you rather have, Lamar? Would you rather have motherfuckers who just great teammatey, showing, you know what I'm saying, or just give it. So you rather, you were a former CDO, you rather had the gun. So why am I gonna tweak on motherfuckers for having one bad flaw, bro? Motherfuckers wanna chalk and terrorize practice, motherfucker, you got it. As long as you show up, the moment you don't show up, I was flaming him. I'm like, damn, we're getting cambered by fucking Spider. Spider was flicking our shit. Spider's older than me. Spider is flicking our shit, bro.
Yeah, you know what Donnie came up with that people hate now?
Yeah, Don low-key trendy. He been coming up with a hell of a
Yeah, he
term that
came
we
up with Fry Baby Cheesin'. I don't care what anybody says. Donnie
I didn't come up with it, but I brought it to Kai. I didn't come up with it, man.
That shit to
Yeah, the Kai,
sure.
yeah.
For sure.
hella funny, bro.
Donnie's the one who started that.
That's just my point, bro. Like anybody I coach, like that would be my mindset. Like
I can do with any attitude, that, I don't care. As long as you don't chalk the practice, and as long as you're nice, you can get over it.
yeah. I do agree. You gotta have like a baseline of effort, which like I feel like I was like a bad team. Like I was toxic, but like I was trying to like do good. Like in the you know what I'm saying? Like, I was trying to drop 40s. I wasn't just on trying to just run around. I have no dope. Like, fucking 9 and 35. Like I wasn't doing that type of shit.
You had no dope in 2020.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly. I just wouldn't call out. Like I just wouldn't call out, but like I was on the game, like warmed up. Like that's the shit. That, like
You were taking some dope away from me, but you were going 40 and 20.
yeah, I was killing my teammates though. But I had like dope to like drop 40. Like I had like Cap, like Cap when like days like we were talking practice, he's just like 9 and 30, and then, like he lose 3 maps in a row, and then like we just don't want to play anymore. Which it is AIDS. That's AIDS for sure. But nigga, what we go? I mean, nigga, we told it. It's not like we didn't tell niggas to try. What you want me to do?
I mean, I don't know what the consensus was between the teams. But I think it was.
Personally, I have zero shame asking for coaching. One, I'm one so I'm gonna ask whatever I want. Two, I mean, the reason I asked that because like, one, I know Don told me, yeah, I'll coach fucking Byron, but at the end of the day, this is like 3 new guys, so I'm like, okay, are they mad at Luke? At least
Scump Watch Party featured in Steven Shapiro donating $1 video.
People say streamers are some of the least grateful people on the internet.
Please give me money.
No.
500 subs.
No. This was during camp, during an S&D where for the first time they were actually talking about the map. Why do people sit there and lie on Reddit? If you don't think we talk about the game, especially during camps, you don't watch or you're lying. Okay, you know, Cloud9 versus Surge Online, you might got us. But we are locked in at events.
Please give me money.
Okay, let's find it. Let's see if we can find it. Yo, Solo Blog, welcome back for 32. Appreciate you, bro.
I'm just gonna send the dollar back and just see what happens. I'm a big fan of the stream.
Now you lose that 5.
That dumb guy really ignored you. Okay, what did Nadeshot say about Optic rumored roster changes? I feel like that will be plastered all over here. Oh yeah, he also probably another one later. Nor is Seth probably reading a $1 during a COD channel. Just to be honest here. There's a time and place. Oh wow.
Champs was a tough run, brother. So here's my take on Champs. And you know what? I'm gonna look at the chat.
Where's the music?
As a team owner.
Where's the music coming from?
Shit was tough, man. After last year, winning Major 3 and Major 4, going into Champs, we bombed out of it. Just got dog walked, and then we went to EWC and we got slammed as well. Kind of just felt like. And then won Major 4 2 years ago. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, if we would have won Major 4 this year, which in a lot of ways I think we kind of did, even though we did not. I mean, it was the exact same situation. Nothing really changed.
Cuff jumping, what's going on, bro? Inaudible Zebra, A Torres, Puma, Captain Crunch, Bravery, what up?
Came out flat-footed. Now, I'll talk about Ernie for a second. Whether I really do. And he is my MVP. He was MVP of this year, his MVP of last year. One of the best players in the game, if not the best.
It is good.
If anybody's allowed to have a bad event in champs, it's Ernie. Whether it came down to the computer or not, and he had a bad setup or a bad draw. Back in the day when I was competing, you would have experiences where, at that point in time, we were actually playing on LAN. We were plugged into a switch.
Bro, I just think it's like a fact. There is
Hold
no
on,
way
check.
all of this equipment is operating flawlessly at all times. There has to be moments in time where there is
I wanna check on
malfunctions
Google,
or
see
it's
if,
been on too long or
like, there's,
something.
like, a
Whether it's a
way to
PlayStation, whether it's a PC,
fix this.
whether it's an SSD issue, I do not trust
Google.
any of the equipment to be working at 100% 100% of the time. There's just no way. There's just no way.
Dog, you can't fucking do that, dog.
That's not the way it's ran anymore. And on top of that, everybody's on a different computer. I mean, they all should have the same specs, but you know.
So apparently it's a known bug. I read that yesterday that it's known, that it's not just me.
Feels like you're lagging. You're not lagging, but you're shooting like 3 bullets, and then all of a sudden you get shot by one, and you're just instant death.
Out of curiosity, why did the league shy away from playing on True LAN? See, I don't want to sound dumb, but it just hasn't been a thing since the move to PC. On console, it was, I mean, local area networks on the console. Like, for example, Counter-Strike. Are they playing on True LAN, or are they playing just like we are on, like, a server? Just they happen to be right next to each other. I'm also not, like, super into other games. Like, do other games have these issues? Can you turn Nate up? Yeah, I can.
And we would request a switch reset, just reset the entire switch. We got to figure this out. And now with these computers, I don't know. I haven't competed in the CW.
Yo, Gosler with a 51-month resub. Gosler, thank you so much. I appreciate you.
These setups.
CS is LAN? Okay.
I don't know, but if Ernie tells me that something was wrong with his PC, I
Bro.
believe him, bro. Like, he's too good, and he's been too good for me to disagree with that. And at the end of the day, he's a competitor. I feel like if Ernie has a bad event, he could probably take it on the chin and tell me it was a bad event. Regardless, whether it was a PC issue or he just played like shit, Ernie has been our best performing player, if not one of the best performing players in the league for the last 2 years. Love the kid to death. So he had a bad event, but the whole team really just didn't look great. You know, it's tough kind of draw the cards. I'm disappointed in it, but I'm not really disappointed in the players just because we had a lot of volatility at the beginning of the year. Where'd we go after Kenny? We only have one roster change.
The sound in the background is pissing me off.
I can't remember. What, Kenny traded Neum? Yeah. So, look, bro. I actually thought that after the first series that they might like snap into place and things would be fine.
I thought
but
they
it
would as
wasn't.
well.
That's not how it went down. I figured with the veteranship of Abizi and Hydra that the boys would figure it out. Like Neum, in my eyes, had a free pass because Champs is like a pretty big deal for a new player. But I don't think you can boil it down to one player. Maybe if Ernie plays better, it might look different. I don't know. I don't know what the right answer is, bro. But we just had a bad event. And I'm hoping they figure it out for EWC. But at the end of the day, I am still proud of this team. Congratulations to FaZe. They did pretty good throughout the year at times. And they peaked at the right time. So I don't really see it anything other than just a bad event, bro. And it sucks that it happened at Champs 2 years in a row. Fucking sucks. New coaches next season? Fuck that. I I love Shane. Bro, I used to compete against Shane. These guys don't fucking they can't control the way the players play. If we would have won Major 4 and we won Major 3 and we would have played better at Champs, would you be asking for new coaches? Riddle me that, Batman. Seriously, ask me. I mean, they're great guys. They've got great energy. The players love them, I think, for the most part.
Yeah, the team's coaches are not an issue,
I talk to all the players individually besides Bob.
A lot of the time, like when a team underperforms for some reason, a lot of like, dude, Crowder is all. I've seen people call Crowder multiple times in the past few years, and every time I'm just like, why do you guys think Crowder or RJ are a problem? Like, tell me actually why. Like, what do you think he's doing wrong? He should be doing better. At the end of the day, once they go out on that stage, you're hands off. There's nothing you can do. You can say their tendencies are this. We know how they play this search map. They know this. They know that. But they don't go out there and play their game and win. Coach's hands are tied.
He didn't pick up.
Wait, I don't even remember playing this mission.
And I don't see any. I think for the most part, I mean, they're great guys. They've got great energy. The players love them.
Fucking killing a spider, dude.
It's like a fucking spider with a xenomorph skull on it.
And I don't see any reason why we'd have a coach.
It's fucking weird.
Now I'm hoping that we can re-sign people that we want to re-sign, but
looks weird.
All in all, just a bad event, bro. I think too, Champs is a lot easier than I played. Luffy just re-signed. I mean, Jordan Cannon. Tell you guys better than anybody. At Champs back in the day, you used to go through pool play, brother. If you came out flat-footed in a match because the nerves are high, you had 2 more matches to figure it out.
Yeah, that's not necessarily true. Because there are situations where you could lose only one singular series and be knocked out of Champs. Thus leading to photographs like this.
3 pool matches. You used to have a little bit more leniency on a bad performance. But now, with these events this year, especially at Champs, it's kind of a fucking bummer. Imagine you're scrimming 2 blocks of series every single day for like 5 months, and then you go to Champs and you play 2 best of 5 in a round. I mean, I would hate that. I mean, obviously you gotta perform at the right time, and there's no other way around it, but bro, you play 2 matches, a culmination of months and months and months of scrims and tournaments. I don't like the competitive format as it is. Do I use it as an excuse as to why we didn't perform all the champions? No. But the shit is not great. So it's a bummer. LA Thieves shit the bed at the Champs, bro. I mean, I'm space all it. But I still think the team has done a really great job.
I'm just curious to see how they play at
There's no other way around
EWC.
that, even after roster changes.
Curious to see how teams bounce back.
You getting rid of Scrap? I hope not. Only way we can get rid of Scrap is if he doesn't resign with us. I'll bring him back every year for the rest of his career if he wants to stay. Even if the guy starts shooting like me, I'll keep him. It's going to be up to him and his agent.
Why were you on Flex and Octane? Maps where like a Flex even.
Oh.
Sorry about that, chat. Yo, Brent with a resub for 16 months. Brent, appreciate you, bro.
Go to Paris? He might. I don't know. I don't know where he's going to go.
Wait, what is this?
I'm here.
Talking about Parker?
I don't know. I don't know where he's going to go. I mean, I'm hearing rumors that they might change, but Hector will tell me if he's going to go after one of our players.
See, when he said that, I don't know what he's talking about. Because there is no actual rumor at all behind the scenes of an Optic roster change. Maybe he's talking about just like the hypotheticals on Twitter or Reddit, or like discourse after Champs. But in terms of like actual rumors, I mean, hand to God, there is no rumor that I've fucking heard that we're trying to make a roster. T-Jareen with a prime for 36 months. Welcome back. Thank you.
Obviously, I'd love to keep them both. We'll see, though. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. We still got EWC, gentlemen. Neptune 100%.
Of course, you would say that, though. If there was a Optic roster rumor change, or sorry, a rumored Optic roster change. You don't think it would be plastered over all of those Intel accounts? You don't think that would spread like wildfire if there was an actual, genuine, real rumor that Optic's trying to change?
I don't really need to talk. I want to be clear. I don't want to talk about Washington because we're not there yet. So we're just gonna have to wait it out.
What up, Chris?
Yeah, I really don't know, bro. I haven't been on the internet, and I haven't talked to Hector about their roster. I really have no idea what's gonna happen. Honestly, if you've been on the internet in the last 2 weeks since Chance happened, the last week and a half, you're probably more informed than me.
Dusty said the other day that he's changing. The season's also not over yet. Like, I know, like, we're making these best players of the year lists and we're talking about rosters, but at the end of the day, EWC does matter a lot for a lot of these teams. Like, EWC is a, I would say it's the second most important tournament. It's based on a prize pool, it's a 16-team tournament with 14 challengers. Jordan, I appreciate the 11 months. So EWC matters a lot, really. Like, I think, I mean, yeah, that's basically it. EWC is important. At the end of the day, roster changes are decided on your roster. That's EWC. Local stuff, what's going on?
Players besides our players, I have no idea what's going on. So, I have no clue. The one time that I was on the COD competitive subreddit, people were talking about whether Optic might make a roster change. I don't know what's going to happen. Truly. What up, Teej? How you doing, brother?
Oh, fuck.
Say, brother. I kind of said that at the same time. Optic, who's leaving would kill counts for the team so bad? Yeah, I don't know. All that. That's why pitch went, brother. Just leak that shit. I got nothing to do, bro.
Even if Thieves win, do you see them splitting? Thieves are in a weird spot. Thieves, even if they win the event, it's just, I do see Gentlemates full court pressing for Hydra and Scrap. I can see them paying a lot of money to get those two players. I'm not sure what Falcons are going to do. I'm not sure where Thieves are in terms of, like, keeping
It's a gentle
what they're willing
mage.
to cough up. I genuinely don't know. Because when players like Scrap and Hydra become free agents, shit just gets weird. At the end of the day, they're gonna look at the board and see who they can play with, what they can get paid, and they're gonna go from there. I think Neum and Abizi are signed. Yeah, I mean, Abizi and Neum are signed to Thieves. They have them. They're not free agents this upcoming off season. Someone is dropping a bag on Aluka. I don't really see a world where he's not on Falcons, but once again, Falcons are a wild card. I genuinely don't know what to expect from Falcons. I have to assume the XNIT project will continue. I do think, despite how much he's improving and how good I think he is right now, like, I think he played great at Champs. I think no matter what, getting players like Scrap and Hydra to play with XNIT is going to be tough. Because when they look at the board and they can play with Abizi or Joe Deceives, I think they would rather that. So this roster mania might get real weird. It's going to be an exciting one. Do you think Koi needs a full rebuild? I mean, they have Kips. That's a really good player to have right now. I think Kips is someone that can attract some talent. At the end of the day, Toronto are not going to pay like the upper echelon teams, right? Like when you look at when you look at budgets, I mean, they just sold their best player. That's a statement. Like, they're really trying to make some money. I can't really fault them for that. At the end of the day, it's, if you're an Ultra fan or, sorry, Koi, you obviously want the team to win. They're trying to do both. They're trying to play money ball while also
Dude, I don't understand that. Man,
definitely
like,
build around
it's
stakes.
2026. We're still having game breaking bugs, man.
Will
Like,
they spend the money they need to get a player like Ethan? I don't see it, but at the end of the day, I think there's going to be some good players they can pick up. Like AG, like Pred is someone I can see going to Toronto. I don't see him going to, obviously, the Optic, FaZe, Thieves. Yeah, Thieves maybe. Gentlemates, Falcons. Like, I do think Toronto will be able to build a good team
people are fucking
outside of the top teams.
allergic to trying to help
Ain't no
you out in
cap,
chat.
buddy. Bullshit, pitch and watch, 150. I got nothing to lie about, big dog. You call Cap all you want.
Fred is the biggest question mark in Roster Mania. The rest isn't as exciting.
Yeah, we might.
I couldn't disagree with you more. I think the most exciting part of Roster Mania is what Hydra and Scrap do.
Pre-patch PDW, bro. Pre-patch PDW. X game gold medal. You're better than all of
Well,
us.
maybe they're having the
SD.
same issues
There's not
and
one person in this
they don't
chat
know a
that I would say-
solution.
even Proof, bro. Yo, Proof is the best MW2 player all time. Just gonna go ahead.
Well,
and
I
say
feel like
that.
people
But
that
I'll swear,
have
yo,
the same
I'm not a very
problem are quick
Ethan, yeah,
to
that'd
say,
be a
oh
big
yeah,
play.
I've ran into that bullshit as
Ethan's
well.
really good, dude. Ethan is really fucking good.
Some of the SD kids back in the day on Ghost were nasty. Well, there was a lot of SD kids
Celium?
in Ghost.
Any of the
I mean,
people
I
that
see Celium staying
have
on
acknowledged
Falcons,
it
but
have no idea what I'm talking about.
Ghost S&D? Yes.
Vehicle pads are
That's me.
currently open
I'm
for
in there,
business.
dog. I'll play anybody. Like normally
Yeah,
I'd be
I think that's
scared
where he
of
stops.
most pro players.
That's where he stops talking about things. Easy Mac has won an Emmy for outstanding esports coverage as an associate producer. Hey, hell yeah, Easy Mac. Congratulations. Is Lurks locked up? That's a good question. I mean, I'm sure Carolina has their price. At the end of the day, in the offseason, you're kind of forced to be a little more reasonable than you would be mid-season. I can see someone paying 50 grand for Lurks. If Carolina wants 100,000+, I don't think he gets bought out. I think you have to be realistic in the given market. Like, I don't think many players. I can count on one hand, I think, the players that would sell for 100,000+. What's your price in? For what? Like, how much do I think Lurk should sell for? If Scrap leaves Thieves, do you think Cell goes to Thieves to reunite with Abizi? I think the only way Falcons move on from Cell is if they want to move on from Cell. Like, I don't think he's just gonna leave Falcons. They also just had a really good tournament. Like, dude, they just placed top 3 at champs. If they can get a Luka. I mean, they have a good team. No, I want you back in the league. Oh, that's not happening. That's not happening.
Oh.
Fan Expo land.
Damn, dog.
Well, Diamond Con
You're
TK means
gambling, dog.
Which would you value more, 1.2 KD at champs but 1 ring, or 0.8 KD at champs but 3 rings? I would prefer to drop a 0.8 and get 3 rings than drop a 1.2 and get 1 ring, if I had to pick. Jesus fucking Christ. Call me crazy because Optic had... Guys, they have me. I'm their mental coach. LA Thieves post... LA Thieves stats post Major 3. This includes Major 4, Minor 2, Major 4 champs. Yeah, I mean, Paco was really doing his thing. Paco started to really go crazy with the NPC meta.
Hey, Sled. What the fuck? Where's that chain at? Oh, there's a hard man.
Yeah, I play on 1440 now, by the way. Or no, what do I play on? 4K? I have a 1440p monitor. I think it's 1440p 240 hertz. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. The issue is, I feel like it's melting my brain. I feel like this screen is legitimately melting me. It's how I imagine the Black Ops 2, the kill streak, the microwave. I feel like that's happening to me on a daily basis. Does Thieves have a realistic chance of keeping Scrap? I think it's realistic. You tell me. Yeah, it's OLED. It's an OLED screen. I feel like it's literally melting me. Yeah, it's like a Guardian. Team of duos, Dancy, Shotzi, Draza, Simp. How good with this team? Yeah, I think that'd be a really good team. I mean, yeah, when you mesh the top 2 teams in the world, I think both teams would be great. Just like I think Abuza, 04, Mercules, and Hook would also be a great team. Falcons are a change away from being a top 4 team. Hey, they just placed top 3. Anyone else expect Hydra to put the league in a chokehold with his Thieves super team? I don't think Hydra's had a bad run on Thieves at all. At the end of the day, no matter the super team, it's very hard to win like every single event, dude. Like, there's a reason why we see multiple winners throughout the year. It's because there's multiple super teams. Like, yeah, Thieves is a super team, but so is Optic. So is FaZe. There's a reason why different teams win. It's just there's a lot of talent stacked on the same teams now. You have more pull than me. Is there any way we get a flank episode with the top 4 org owners in the CDL, plus Daniel say people like Hex, Paul, Nade, Gotaga? I think getting the owners on is more possible than getting the owners on and Daniel, right? Because they talk behind closed doors, right? Like, Daniel meets with the owners. At the end of the day,
I accept all forms of currency.
with those public podcast stuff, it really is a lot of PR, which, once again, I don't blame anybody for that. It is what it is. Okay, which is the harder group? Group A or Group B? Grizzly Drip, what's going on, bro? Only grinding late last night, plus early today. Listen, I'm trying to put some hours in. Group B has Optic, Falcons, Heretics, Thieves, Boston, Vancouver, P7, Team War. FaZe, Gentlemates, G2, Koi. I would say Group B, but it's... I mean, you have 2 top champs and Thieves.
Whoa, dog, you're fucking drinking.
FaZe, Gentlemates,
nice.
Koi, LCQ #1, Omit.
Omit's the best challengers team. Thank you for your patronage.
Better than I do. Are you ever gonna do another?
Yo, go find Baylor, dog.
Why do you mention
that?
Funny you mention that. What up, Proplex? How you doing? Funny you mention that. Just know, I would only do a second 20v1 if I thought it could hold a candle to the first. Because Bruce set the standard, man. The Bruce 20v1 set the bar high.
Fucking faggot will play a fucking glitchy piece of shit, but won't play the new fucking Star Wars games, dude.
But like yesterday, I got 1v3s,
yeah, those
I
just
got aces.
constantly run terribly.
No bullet rig there.
Nice.
Why don't I don't, bro? Look at that. There's no bullet rig there. Watch this. How do I slow this? How do I slow this down? I don't think I can. Look at this. Look at that. I'm shooting at his shoulder. Where's the aim assist right here? Look at that.
Fuck do you think you are?
Why is this fucking whale reacting like that?
Persons with knowledge of Dantooine and surrounding systems, report immediately to the nearest information droid.
Yeah, I should have just ran quicker. No, I should have chowed, bro. Fatty fucked me over, because I was gonna chow. If Fatty keeps his fucking fat mouth shut, I keep chowing this. If Fatty keeps his fat mouth shut, I simply, while having him one shot, fucking kill this guy.
You want, don't chow, run.
I might have just lied. I might have been running either way. I don't remember what I was thinking at the moment.
Run.
No way. That's so tough. But where's the 1v3s? Where's the aces? I mean, I'm frying in some of these maps. No, out to see it.